In the conversation with my Forbes colleague last year, you expressed your support for term limits. You said you will not be in Congress forever. You're on the younger side of Congress. NBC calculated the average age of a member in this Congress is 57.5 years old. You are well below that. So what do you see for yourself next in terms of political career, political move? What's next for Byron Donalds?
I don't know. I honestly don't. I mean, look, everybody speculates. I hear the talk about different offices and things like that. But what I learned a long time ago is you can't plan politics. All you could do is do your job, be in position, and if something opens up, then you make that decision or you don't. So for me personally, I told my district, you basically got 10 years out of me max. That'll take me to being about 51, 52 years old. And then it'll be time for somebody else. I think fresh blood coming in is a good thing, is going to be a very good thing for this institution. And I know that we have a lot of members who've served for a very long time here, and I respect them and all that they've tried to do and accomplish for our country. Some I disagree with, and we have those disagreements. But we have to get to a place where there is a refreshing mindset that comes through the halls of Capitol Hill, and that goes for me too.
Let's talk about that refreshing mindset because as of right now, as 2024 is shaping up, it seems to be like a 2020 rematch. You support former President Donald Trump in his reelection or in his bid, in his campaign. Biden is running against him. This is 2020 all over again. So what do you see as the future of politics in this country and the future of the GOP?
Oh man, I think that the future of politics is actually going to get a lot younger, a lot more dynamic. I think some of the racial lines in our politics are really going to start to erode. Like I think you could see it even with black male voters. They're starting to lean much more Republican, lean more conservative. I think I saw a poll this morning or a survey that said Gen Z voters, 52% of them are independents. Like 52% of Gen Z voters are independents. They're not Republicans or Democrats. And I think that what you're going to see is a much more dynamic political environment. But my biggest hope I would love to see us accomplish as a country and as a people is that we get away from political dogma. I think political dogma, political narratives have really hurt us as a country. And what I would love to see is that we just have full-throated debates and discussions about the issues that are happening in front of us, and then you just try to craft a logical solution to solve it. But these dogmas based upon party politics or power dynamics is not working for the country because the people suffer.
How do you think we move away from this? Because I think you'd be hard pressed to find any American to say, wow, politics have really been a peaceful past few years. So how do you move on in a way that there's understanding between both parties?
Well, the first thing is that we have some responsibilities up here on Capitol Hill to clean out the federal bureaucracy. And the reason why that matters in terms of politics is because, yes, we have agencies that have been suppressing free speech. That is unacceptable, it is unconstitutional, and it's un-American. The very basis of our nation is that you are free to speak your mind without retribution from the government. That's not been occurring. So if you want to have an open political process where people can exchange ideas and get away from dogma, they got to be able to express their views. and and for federal agencies to use their power to suppress speech undermines our republic. It undermines our democracy. So that's step one. Step two are actually shows like this one. I think getting away from the big media platforms. And I know Forbes has been around for a long time, great publication. But you got to have more debate. You have to have more options to view information because information flow is the thing that helps to start the logic process for every human being. They make decisions based upon what they hear and what they see. That's how people make decisions. So it's going to be important that we have a lot of information floating through the internet, whatever the case might be. I think a free social media environment is critical to this because that allows for the free flowing of ideas. So those are just a couple to name a few. And I think when it comes to Republicans and Democrats, members, politicians, people running for office, etc., I think we're kind of in the era of, it used to be like, in my view, it was an era of like just likability. If you had the right suit, your hair was combed the right way, if you had the cool little ad, that's kind of what worked. And I think we're definitely in the era we're definitely in the era of likability, yes, but authenticity even more so than likability. I think if people see like that's a real person, even though I might disagree with some things, I can vote for that. But the days of the empty suit politician, yeah, them days are over.
I do appreciate you complimenting the show only because I appreciate all of your colleagues coming on and having these longer discussions with me. I think they're vital for Americans to hear.